Anthony on Air podcast, and back for another episode with a whole slew of amazing topics, including the Cheetos bullet. Jeopardy host getting heated up on who's going to be taking over for Alex Trebek. We got a couple of people considering running for governor. The Trump Chappelle story might be my favorite of the night. We're going to talk about the Coca-Cola picture as well. Shaq is making some awesome news today. Mike Pence and Alex Jones.
This might be the most topics I think we've ever had in one show.
There's a lot of topics, so we got to get to them all as quickly as we possibly can. Frankie C is here with us. Jay Sab's joining us in a little bit. Show is brought to you by our good pals over at Hero Soap Company. Proud sponsor. Link in the description below. More on them in a moment. So Frankie C discovered this story, sent it to me. A 6-year-old boy found a bullet in a bag of hot Cheeto puffs.
A friggin' bullet. I mean,
there's the picture from courtesy of TMZ, and the
is.
Cheetos bag. There you go.
So I rarely make fun of people. Try not to. And I don't know if this is a funny name or just an awesome name, but the kid's dad, the kid is 6 years old and he found the bullet. The dad who bought the bag, his name is Bo, B-O-W, middle name Horn, last name Weasel. Bo Horn Weasel is the guy's name.
That was actually going to be my porn name when I was considering that career for a little while. Bo Hornweasel.
That's not bad.
My wife likes it.
Bo Horn Weasel of Elmo, Montana.
Of course. I mean, tickle me Elmo. Am I right there, Frankie C?
You are not wrong. So, yeah, Bo Horn Weasel's son, 6 years old. Yeah, a bullet, a friggin' bullet. And I don't think it was fired, but it was a fresh bullet in his bag of Cheetos. This beats out the shrimp thing, I think. What do you think?
I was going to say, it's like saying I found shrimp tails in my Cinnamon Toast Crunch and 2021 goes, hold my beer. Let's get a bullet in the Cheetos bag.
I mean, I'm just waiting for I'm scared to buy stuff now. Like, I don't want to bite into a freaking toe or something.
Can we try? Now, I haven't read this story at all, but can we trust a 6-year-old?
They're investigating. I mean, of course, I don't know how else the kid got a bullet. I'm sure there are ways, obviously the kid can get a bullet if he wants, if the dad has bullets or something. But I mean, they're claiming it was in the bag. I don't know. I mean, how does that happen? A security guard walking by through the Cheetos factory.
This was in Wyoming,
Montana.
Oh, Montana. I forgot what you said 2 seconds ago.
Elmo, Montana.
Elmo, Montana. Okay. Now, I took a trip to our beautiful nation's Midwest when I was a littlein, and when I was in Wyoming and even some parts of Montana, everybody carried a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody had. I remember we were in Cody.
It's the Wild West out there.
Yeah, we were in Cody, Wyoming, and I swear I thought I was in an old Western movie. Like people like the hat, the boots, the gun on this, And I'll never forget, my father was like, because we're from New York. You see a gun, you duck. Like that's the rule. Like gun, duck. Get down, because we have to take a subway for a living. So that was always our thing. And I remember my father we went to this restaurant, and everybody had a gun. And my father goes, boy, I hate to see what the crime is like here. And the waiter looked at him and he goes, it's non-existent because everybody has guns. So he was like, oh, okay.
If there's a crime, shit's going to go down.
It's just weird though, how in like Wyoming, guns mean no crime. In New York, gun means somebody's about to get robbed or shot. Or both.
Crime is imminent.
Yes. Yeah. Crime is about to happen. Yes. Gun New York, crime's about to happen. Gun Wyoming, we are preventing crime. It's just weird.
It's a very different society over there. I don't understand. I feel like if I were there and I saw someone with a gun on their hip, I'd assume either they were a cop or some security person. But if they're just some person, and they go for it. How do you? I mean, can you pull it out like a cell phone and just check it?
It was literally in a holster, it was a 6-shooter in a holster, like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm at the salad bar, like, sorry, I accidentally bumped into your gun. My apologies. That's how it was.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
get
crazy.
it.
But I'll tell you. So, but it's funny. The waiter, because the waiter was talking to us, and he was, and this is something that people from New York can't understand. This is why people can't understand why people feel the need to feel such a love for the Second Amendment. Guy goes, I live in a town. He grew up in a town, wherever it was. He goes, the nearest cop was 45 minutes away from me. He's like, so if something was going down, you need, and he said, he goes, it's not even necessarily a person. He goes, there's bears. He's like, there's all kinds of stuff around here. And sometimes you just need a gun, that help is 45 minutes away. And, you gotta.
Hey, listen, handgun. I get it.
Yeah.
You own a handgun. Good for you. We can go into the Second Amendment, but I don't think the Cheetos bullet story is the launching pad for the Second Amendment.
But I remember being like 10 or 12 years old at the time. And as soon as he said bear, I kind of said to my dad, maybe we should have a gun,
Yeah. Or a rocket launcher. A bear's coming at me. Oh boy.
I said to my father, I go, what's your bear plan? He goes, I don't have one. I go, we should talk about this.
My bear plan is to avoid bears wherever they live. Stay around cement buildings, try to stay out of the woods. I don't know, how fast can a bear run? Pretty fast, I think, right?
You just brought
you're not outrunning a bear.
No, I don't think so. Okay. But you entered a world, you were entering a world which I absolutely hate, which is when somebody who's not from Wyoming or Montana goes, you know what you have to do if you're confronted with a bear? To which my response is always you're from Short Hills, New Jersey. The fuck do you know about being confronted? Like, if you're from Wyoming, please give me all the bear tips you got. But if you're from, Queens, just shut up about it.
Yeah, if your knowledge on bear safety came from a Snapple cap, I don't want to hear from you.
Yeah. You know what you got to do when confronted with a bear? No, and neither do you. You have no idea.
I think there are bears in New Jersey, but they're not like grizzlies. They're brown bears, I think, but they're still
they're New Jersey
mess
bears.
You up.
Yeah. Well, I guess so, but
they can still do some kind of damage.
Some damage, I guess, but it's a New Jersey bear that pales in comparison to a Montana bear that hasn't eaten in like 4 weeks.
Jersey bear, they'll try to take you out into the woods and dig a hole for you, bury you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, exactly. What's a Jersey bear gonna? Yeah.
No, hit up the strip club.
Yeah. Jersey bears can't run as fast because the gold chain around their neck slows them down.
Exactly.
See the difference?
I get it.
But I have a 5-year-old, Frank, as you well know, and I can't trust a word out of this kid's mouth. And
why would you even?
But it's even worse with my 3-year-old, who makes up better stories than, name an author. She's just better at storytelling than, whoever, than
just
Michael
writing
Crichton.
them down.
I should. I really should. So I don't know if I could really believe that the kid found a bullet in a bag of Cheetos.
That's a weird thing to grab and say it was in a bag of Cheetos. Like, I feel like the kid would say, oh, look, I found a penny or something. A bullet is a weird thing to grab.
Very, very strange.
But what do you do in case of? I hear you're supposed. Maybe tell us in the comments if you know. Are you supposed to play dead? Was that the thing? I feel like
if
that's
you find a bullet in your Cheetos,
right?
No,
do you just play dead?
Call somebody. With a bear. I love when people go run downhill. Well, what if I'm in a flat surface? How does
run
that
downhill?
Yeah, he says bears can't run down. Somebody said bears can't run down. See what I'm saying? There's more false information about a bear encounter than there is COVID.
I have a feeling somewhere out there's a bear going down a hill. I can't imagine. There are hills all over the forest. I can't imagine they only go up.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds made up to me too.
Bear goes up as high as it can go, and once it gets to the top, it's like, well, I can't go downhill, so I guess I'm stuck up here.
Yeah, I just feel like a bear's going to do whatever the hell he wants,
Yeah, a bear, if it threw itself down the hill, it's going to catch me.
Bear's got to eat.
Bear's got a bear, man.
I have a prediction, though, that this is going to be that Bo Horn Weasel has made this up. I don't know if, you can call me whatever you want. I just feel like Bo Hornweasel
Not a
shan't be
reliable
trusted.
source.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I feel like maybe Bo Hornweasel read the story about the shrimp tails and was like, you know what? I got to get in on this.
Also, let me throw this in. We have not heard from Cinnamon Toast Shrimp Tails since March 24th. He has gone completely silent.
I think Big Cereal got to him.
He is on my list of. He is on again. Army Hammer. Here's the list right now, Frank. Army Hammer.
This is a list of what?
People that are about to get canceled big time. Army Hammer.
Okay.
Governor Cuomo. Cinnamon Toast Shrimp Tail guy. And there was another one now. I just lost it. I don't know.
Bo Hornweasel.
Bo Hornweasel is on the list of people that are definitely. Matt Gaetz. That's the other one.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a given.
Like where there's smoke, there's fire, and those are the guys that are on my list now.
That he's not going away without a fight. But Matt Gaetz has got problems.
I just feel like all these guys are eventual cancellations. Like they're just maybe not serious cancellations, maybe not like you're out of here all the way cancellations, but this stuff is going to follow you around for the rest of your life cancellations.
Yeah, I mean Gaetz. That's the rest of your life. That's full on cancellation.
Story on Gaetz today. I don't know how true it is because it came from the New York Times. But that he had asked Trump for a blanket pardon.
Yeah. That's everywhere. I don't know. I saw it. Yeah, maybe New York Times, but I feel like that's a story that's made the rounds.
It was definitely from the Times, so it not as I don't feel confident in it. But if other people start to confirm it. But I just thought it makes me smile and laugh because I think if you're Trump or somebody on Trump's staff and somebody comes in and goes, was wondering if I can get one of those blanket pardons, what goes through your mind?
What'd you do? And get out of my office.
Like any sane person would be like, I don't want to hear what's coming next. I don't want to touch anything.
Nope,
please get up and get out of the room. I can't. Yeah.
Get the hell out.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, a blanket pardon.
Yeah.
Where do you get the balls to ask, hey, listen, whatever I've done, I need you to tell me. I need you to say it's no big deal, no matter what it is.
It's like when your 16-year-old, some people have kids, some people were 16. It's like when a 16-year-old goes to mom and dad and goes, I'm going to tell you something. Promise me you can't get mad. It's that times a billion.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is. I'm going to need one of those
President
blanket.
Trump, I've done something bad. Promise you won't get angry at me. I just need you to be cool with it.
Do you start with what you've done or do you start with I need a blanket pardon?
Well, I think if you say I need a blanket pardon, you don't have to say what you've done. It's just like a blanket pardon means, I think, that it covers anything.
Agreed, but the person that's giving them out has got to say, hang on a second, what is this for exactly? Before I go ahead and what are the
Trump's
possibilities?
Trump's going to say, listen, if I can't do it to myself, I'm not giving one to you.
Yeah.
Probably said.
Yeah. Do you think the person asking for the blanket pardon will assume that the person that has to give the blanket pardon won't ask what the blanket's covering? I
think once the person asks, the person asking for the blanket pardon just goes, never mind. Hey, you know what? I changed your mind. I'll see you on the golf course.
That's a tough place to be. I have a feeling that in about 3.5 years, Bo Hornweasel is going to be asking for one of those from President Biden. That's my prediction right here on this show.
I want it to be Governor Bo Hornweasel.
That would be amazing.
One day.
That would be amazing. If we're going to learn anything from our third story tonight, it's that anything is possible. And Bo Hornweasel might be a governor.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, especially for Montana. I don't know if they really care all that much. They're like, we're Montana. Put somebody up for. Wait, didn't they do? Was that Jesse Ventura or was that Minnesota? Am I confusing my M states?
I think that was Minnesota.
Okay. Well, if you're up there in the middle and by the top and you start with an M, you kind of don't really care who the governor is.
I mean, Jesse Ventura, he was a character.
He was a character and a half.
Yeah. He was fun to listen to, I have to say.
He was really good, but there's something about, I feel like he was so like charming and interesting and like igniting, and then after he was governor, he kind of got crazy and went off the rail. I think there's something about being in public office that just drives people
Maybe,
crazy.
yeah. When he was out of office, he did all these like conspiracy theory shows. I think he had a show on, I don't know the network, but it was like a about conspiracy theories and about all
Yes,
this government stuff.
I remember that.
He was on the Howard Stern show a lot. He was, a little out there. I mean, if you see anything of his latest stuff, I mean, some of it's a little believable, but then it's conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, no, I remember watching that show thinking he had enough conspiracy theories to fill about an episode and a half, and he had like 14 episodes in that first season. It was just like, this is.
I remember he was the one of the people who tested with JFK, the assassination. He tested the gun. He actually used the actual gun, went to the book depository in Dallas and tried to fire 3 rounds in that 10-second
Really?
thing, and he couldn't do it.
Oh, I missed that. I didn't remember. I don't remember. That's a fun one, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's good.
But he, with that old rifle, even he said 3 shots you can't get off, and not only that, you have to hit the target. I mean,
It's
he
near
said
impossible.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why there's all this craziness.
If you love conspiracy theories, wait till we get to the Alex Jones topic to end the show. It's gonna be great. No, this one, Frank, this one is all time. This one
is it about turning frogs gay? Because that was one of his.
No, this is literally amazing commentary on society involving Alex Jones. It's going to be spectacular. Stay tuned.
Wonderful.
I love this story so much. Reading Rainbow legend LeVar Burton. By the way, Reading Rainbow, LeVar Burton. Reading Rainbow or Star Trek. Which, if he's going into the Hall of Fame of Life, what cap does he wear?
I mean, Reading Rainbow was basically his, though. Star Trek, he was, co-starring. Wasn't his show. He was on the show.
Yeah.
Reading Rainbow was his baby, I feel.
I agree. And he wore those glasses, too, so he's practically unrecognizable. Like, I don't think he'd be able to unlock an iPhone with the glasses on. So.
Ooh, good question. Yeah. I wonder what life looked like through those glasses.
I think it's awesome.
I love it, but I think LeVar Burton, good candidate for Jeopardy. I'd tune in.
So I said, the LeVar Burton is gonna. Before the show, I said LeVar Burton. They're talking about him for Jeopardy, and Frank was like, "Old news. This is dumb. Let's not talk about this." They've been doing that for months.
I said it was dumb.
Well, you didn't. I'm paraphrasing, but I didn't know that.
I said you're dumb.
I didn't. I didn't know that, and as it turns out, it's a story now because Monday he tweeted the petition and said, "Leaving this here in the event that the powers that be are listening."
Oh, so he wants the job.
Basically saying that, like, I'm ready to go. I'm on the market. I want to. And by the way, we gave Aaron Rodgers a tryout. LeVar Burton should be on the list.
Yeah, at least give him a week or a few episodes to see if this petition was worth it. Because maybe he's good, maybe he's not. But I think he would be great. He was on Reading Rainbow. He hosted that thing, and I think he could pull it off.
I'm seeing a lot of chatter, even though there was that 600 contestant signature petition against Dr. Oz. A lot of people are saying he was the best host throughout the whole thing.
Was he? I'm going to be honest with you here. I haven't seen a single episode.
Really?
Since Alex Trebek.
I've been seeing a couple of clips from the internet. I haven't watched the whole show, but Katie Couric kind of was like a little too, like, I don't know, childish. Like how I read the books to my kids. Like you're all animated. She was a little too much there. I'll tell you who I thought was the best so far. Jennings has been a disappointment, by the way. Kind of stinks.
Okay.
As a host. I don't know his name. I think it's Michael something. The executive producer who hosted, I think he was right after Jennings. He did a couple episodes. He did like 3 episodes. They didn't even give him a week. He was the best. He should get it.
Really? Hey.
Nobody knows who the hell he is. He's got there's 0 star power to that, but he was legit the best.
What did he do that was so? I mean,
he was pitch perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
he just read it the way it's supposed to be read. He didn't
yep.
fumble.
He sounds smart. He was able to go back and forth with the contestants. He looked comfortable as all hell. You know what I mean? There was a lot of. You need a ballsy executive team though to go with. A lot of the times, the best person doesn't get the job. You know, but here's the thing with Jeopardy. It's habitual viewing. Like nobody's going to tune in. Having a big name as a host, you'll get a week out of that, and then everybody will just go back to their normal habits. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like forget about the big names like Dr. Oz or whoever. Go with who's really good at it. That guy deserves it. Who knows if he'll wind up getting it? I think we're going to see guest hosts for a little while longer too.
You know who I'd like to see do it too? What's it? John O'Hurley.
Oh, that's interesting. The guy from Seinfeld, and he did
Jay Peterman, and he was on Family Feud. I think
he did Family Feud for a little while.
I think he'd be good. He has a strong voice. He also co-hosts the dog show every Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Which I love.
That's right. Yeah,
I think he'd be good. Jay Peterman.
He was good, but it's amazing. Steve Harvey is so much better at that Family Feud than.
Yeah, he's fun. He's more fun.
I wonder if we can get Steve Harvey an audition. That would be interesting.
Give him a shot. What the hell? I mean, as long as we're trying people out.
Yeah.
Everybody in there. I don't care.
He's too like common man funny. Like I don't know if you can really give it to a comedian. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Comedians are, they're going to want to be goofy with it a little.
Always going to want to go for I would love it, but I don't know if society would go for that.
I feel like there's a pace to the show that comedians, they know timing, but there's a pace to the show that a comedian would screw up simply because they want to be funny and they want to add their own thing to it. I feel like you got to attack this show the right way, the way they want it.
Yeah. 130,000 people signed the petition for LeVar Burton at the time of this article that was written that I'm reading from on Monday. That was 2 days ago. Now it's up to 186,000 people. So you got to give. He's got to get a couple episodes.
At least a tryout, man. Give him something.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
Nick who? Oh yeah, we should. We have. Nick, Janine's brother, is obsessed with Jeopardy. Did you know this? Watches every night.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
That's weird.
Why? It's a good show.
He's not intellectual at all. He's
an IT guy. I mean, he knows.
Does he?
He's kind of something, right?
He tells people to restart their computers for a living. I wouldn't call that.
A lot of people don't think of that.
Network specialist. Give me a fucking break.
Is that his title?
I don't know. I'm making shit up as I go.
Okay.
Running for governor, Frankie C. We have 2 stories of people running for governor. Which one do you want to talk about first?
The not exciting one.
They're both exciting to me. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I feel the New York one. Let's go New York first.
Okay. This is, I feel like more. This is going to hit home more for people here in New York, but
yeah, but I feel like his dad's popular enough that people will know what we're talking about.
True. So Rudy Giuliani's kid, Andrew Giuliani, is contemplating. He's planning a run for governor of New York. Now, I don't know if he's qualified because I don't know if he's actually sexually harassed anybody. So if we've learned anything,
that's got to be a number 1 on the resume.
Oh,
pow. He was also. I mean, the only thing I know about Andrew Giuliani, is that Chris Farley played him on Saturday Night Live and was hysterical. Did I jump on your thing?
No, go ahead, please. That's what we remember this kid for. That
was the funniest friggin' thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the real incident was Giuliani was giving a speech. I don't even know what speech.
It was for something, though, wasn't it? For something important?
Well, if it's a speech on TV, I'm sure it was for something important.
Yeah, true.
It was the mayor who's probably, maybe it was some kind of acceptance. I don't know. But he was giving a speech, and his son, who looked like he was maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old.
He was like 6 at the time. Yeah.
He was a little chubby kid and just kept like jumping on his dad and kind of messing everything up. And That was hilarious. And the way if I don't know if it exists on YouTube, it probably does. But the way Chris Farley played it was one of the hardest times I've ever laughed in my life. It was so great. Chris Farley, a legend.
It was one of those things that I think made national news. The original press conference was so funny. And then, yeah, you get Chris Farley, this 300-pound behemoth playing a 6-year-old kid.
Jumping on Kevin Nealon as Rudy Giuliani.
That's right. It was Kevin Nealon playing Giuliani. So and he had this awful wig on with this stupid haircut.
And Kevin Nealon trying to be the straight man, just giving a speech as Giuliani. And Chris Farley just jumping on him. Just it was so good.
That is a great Chris Farley, Andrew Giuliani impersonation.
That's basically it. So other than that, I know nothing about Andrew Giuliani.
Well, that's the thing. Like he'll never get away. Here it is. Here's the actual thing. Look how young Giuliani is, and skinny and with hair. And look, see, his son tried to step up on the podium with him. And there's Chris Farley. He's got buck teeth.
Oh my God. his face.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was so good. But I think Saturday Night Live was at its best during the Chris Farley days.
Oh my God. So good.
Before, great. After, great. But Chris Farley, David Spade, Adam Sandler, those were the greatest Saturday Night Live times.
Really, really unbelievable. You go look at Chris Farley clips on the internet now, and every single one of them is just hilarious.
He was great. He made every bit. No matter what skit he was in, he made it hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, you got to watch this part. Sorry for the people that are listening. There he is. Watch this.
Jumps on the podium and falls off the front. I love how everybody in the background has a straight face.
I know.
I don't know how they're doing it.
That's so hard. That's so hard. Anyway, so
that's New York.
So that's how we were introduced to Andrew Giuliani. Subsequently, from then, he became and this is tough. Again, I'm sure it was a cush job for 4 years, but it's tough to get out from underneath this. He was the what's the title here? He was like the sports advisor to the White House or some shit.
What the hell is that?
It sounds like my dream job, but that's because I don't expect anybody to have to take me seriously. But I feel like if you're going to be a serious politician, that's not the job to get to start.
Sports advisor?
Yeah.
Either turn on ESPN or open a newspaper or go to the internet. What are you advising the president on about sports?
I don't know. It's a real cush gig from what it sounds like, I guess.
That sounds like a waste of time. I love sports, but if you have to advise the president about sports, and I don't think he's paying much attention to anything else. If he wants to know about sports, he should go and actively find out about sports. He shouldn't be briefed on sports.
Okay, he was special assistant to the president and associate director of the Office of Public Liaison.
Okay, well, that's not sports. What are you telling me here?
No, but I think it was like his specialty was like sports because he's like an amateur golfer or something. He is an amateur golfer. Everybody's an amateur golfer. Frank's an amateur golfer.
I'm an amateur golfer.
That's not impressive.
What the hell?
I don't know. I'm trying to help him out here, but I'm coming up with nothing.
Yeah, I'm an amateur soft drink drinker.
Okay, he was in
2019.
Okay, in 2017, he was hired to work in the Trump administration in the Office of Public Liaison as associate director. In 2019, he was promoted to special assistant to the president. In his position, he helped arrange sports teams' visits to the White House and interfaces between the White House and a number of business, nonprofit, and other groups, meeting with the president at times up to 4 times a week. He originally had an annual salary of $77,000, which by mid-2018 had increased to $90,000, and by mid-2019, $95,000.
Okay.
$95,000 to be like, the Golden State Warriors won the championship. What time do you want them to come to the?
No. It's 95,000 to go. Mr. President, nobody wants to come here. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's canceling. We got like 3 people.
Some people
we're bringing McDonald's in.
Yeah, some people.
No, a handful of teams, big teams went. But a lot of people bailed out. Yeah. Like, nah, I'm not going.
I would love to know what his record was as far as teams that were attending or not.
Well, whoever attended got McDonald's. I remember that one.
That's true.
You go to the White House for dinner with the president, and you're given McDonald's and pizza.
Well, that was during wasn't it because there was a shutdown? Wasn't there a government shutdown, so they didn't have like a White House chef, so he went out and got McDonald's?
So you postpone the thing. I mean, what are you doing?
Or they didn't want to. I forget what. I don't know. I forget what it was now. It's too long ago.
I can't do it. All right.
Everybody cared so much at the time, and then we were like,
you know what? So much has happened since then.
I know.
Remembers.
So he's contemplating a run for governor in New York, which is
well, keep contemplating.
Either going to be very successful or very entertaining. So I'm kind of hoping for the latter.
Oh, it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Republican governor of New York.
We've had Republican governors before.
I mean, nowadays.
I wonder
who was
now.
Who was the last Republican governor?
Pataki. Wasn't Pataki? Pataki was Republican.
I haven't paid attention to. I didn't before 2016. I didn't pay attention to politics, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Believe me, that's evident in everything that you say on the show.
Eat me. Is that evident enough for you?
Oh, it's so good.
That's what she said. Just filling in for Janine.
Yeah, Janine's on her way. She's dealing.
So the other governor, the other person running for governor of California.
Yes. So Caitlyn Jenner is considering a run for governor of California because
why not?
You literally don't need. I mean, you never needed any sort of qualifications to hold any public office. But I feel like now is the time most where it's like, it does not matter what you did before. If you got a decent Twitter following, you can make it happen.
Oh, yeah. It's a popularity contest now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No one's going to be like, well, she's never held public office. She's never done this, never done that.
Yeah.
She's famous.
And she's a Republican.
That's all you need. She's a Republican.
I feel like everybody's real time. Who's the guy in California? Newsom, or is that Florida? Newsom's California. Who's the guy in Florida? I always mix them up. DeSantis, because those names sound so similar. I don't know why. I always confuse them. They look the same to me.
It's because you're an idiot.
All those people, politicians, they all look the same to me. It doesn't matter. Scumbags.
Are you racist against politicians?
I am. I think I am a little bit. If you run for public office, I kind of hate you. Without knowing you, I feel like that's fair enough. I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah.
I can give you that.
If there's ever a time, I think the California can go Republican. Although, wasn't Arnold a Republican?
Arnold was a Republican.
He was a Republican. Yeah.
Still is.
Still is. Yeah. So they've had Republican.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and in New York, the same thing too. I think New York goes.
Yeah, I don't know what I was talking about.
Who was the guy after Pataki? He was a Republican too. The guy who couldn't see.
I couldn't see.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I just got word that the Islanders made a trade. Kyle Palmieri. You knew and you didn't tell me. Oh, I know. Everybody's got to stop. What did they give up?
Someone's got to tell the president.
Travis Sajak too. Oh,
Is that Pat Sajak's cousin?
AJ Greer. Oh, first round pick. That sucks. All right. That's a good deal. Sorry, everybody. This is important. This is what I live for. The Islanders.
It's not important.
It's very important. The Islanders are going for a cup run here, and that's a good...
Yeah. Every team's going for a cup run every year, so what are you talking about?
Listen.
That's the non-sentence right there. That
we're an Islanders.
Yeah, no,
I didn't realize.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. All right.
But
so Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah. So here's the thing that worries me about Caitlyn Jenner. I remember on occasion watching Bruce Jenner on that Kardashian show. And it felt like all he wanted to do was like fly airplanes, like remote control airplanes, and just be the kind of goofball in the corner. I don't. That worries me a little bit.
What else does a governor do? Call a snow emergency?
True, that's true. Well, I think that budget.
There's a flood. Call an emergency. Okay.
I also worry. Doesn't Caitlyn have more money than God? I mean, I feel like every other day somebody in that family's becoming a billion. Kim's a billionaire now.
Yep.
Then one of the younger ones. Yeah. Or
if they're not all billionaires, they're all real close.
Yeah, and I'm starting to really worry about people who have a lot of money that go, I want to throw this all away and become a politician and have responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, I am totally against. Let's see, what the celebrities becoming politicians. I can't do it. I can't. There's gotta be some kind of qualification. Like I said before, with being president, there should be a test.
Yeah.
There's a test for everything else. If you want to become a pilot, if you want to be a bus driver, if you want to be anything, if you want to get a job, you have to be interviewed and you have to pass certain standards. But to be president, all you got to do is be popular and be voted in.
It's true. It's very, very true.
There should be a short test, a couple hours, just basic political knowledge. Who runs this country? What's this law? What's that law say? What are the trade agreements? Stuff like that you should know going in rather than learn while doing. That shouldn't be a thing. Being president should be a learn while doing experience.
But I feel like now more than ever, we are blurring those lines between politician and celebrity. Like you look at Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz was a politician first, but he was kind of spinning his way off into celebrity by all the media appearance that he was doing. And,
Yeah, but if you're a politician and you gain notoriety and you become, somewhat of a public figure, that's one thing. At least you went in, you got into the political theater with qualifications and you did it the right way. And then you became famous because of because of whatever. But if you're a celebrity and you want to get into politics, at least there should be a night course or something.
A night course?
Give me something.
Taking some courses over at the community college because I want to run for governor.
An online course. Just get something that you have to pass. Just so you can throw your hat in the ring.
What qualifies you to be governor? I got this piece of paper from Phoenix University.
I'll take it. Yeah. At least you read something and you passed something. You can't. I mean, if you want to throw your hat in the ring, anybody should be allowed to do it. However, you should know some stuff first.
Yeah, I don't know. I worry about Caitlyn again. And now I don't know if Caitlyn, Bruce at the time, just felt the need to just get away from everybody, and that only respite was, flying helicopters around. I mean,
you know what? When you've done everything,
yeah,
you get bored and you just want to do some weird stuff like flying a helicopter around.
Yeah,
you want to do what you got that much money, you could do whatever the hell you want.
I'll tell you what, Caitlyn dresses up in them. Caitlyn's like dress suits all the time. People love to talk about that fashion angle when it comes to politicians. It's something you don't get with the male politicians.
See, what I'm worried about is Caitlyn gets in, and then you got all the Kardashians filling the White House in different roles.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
You brought up a really good point there. It's not so much about Caitlyn being governor. It's what would that cause in the future with one of the Kardashian kids. That would be trouble.
Fast forward 20 years from now, I'm sure there's going to be a President Kardashian or someone big.
Don't you think Kim's eyeing it up a little bit?
Well, she's going to law school or something.
Exactly. She's going to law. Yep. She's going to law school. She loved going to the White House when Trump was there. She's getting wrongly convicted people off of. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah, she's starting to build up that resume a little bit.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You can't get past us, Kim. I just noted. We're putting it all together right now. Son of a bitch.
if you're doing it the right way, my hat's off to you. If she's becoming educated on the law and on
A
politics,
second ago, you wanted people to go to Phoenix University online. Now all of a sudden, you're saying Kim can go. She's fine.
no, she's doing the right. I'm saying she's learning about her field. She's not just jumping in because she's famous. She's going through the motions. She's going through the things first, the right steps. She's educating herself on what she needs to know first. She's getting involved. She's, doing the whole thing with the prisoners. She's going to law school. Who the hell knows what's next? And then she's not saying I'm running for president just because, like Kanye did. Kanye has no law experience, no, political experience. And he just like, I'm just going to run. That's the wrong way.
It would be so strange, though, even stranger than Trump, if Kim Kardashian, who started her journey by a sex tape, made it all the way to running the country. That would be very strange.
Oh, only in America.
I feel like we're ready for it.
Are we ready for it?
I think we could take it. That's just me, though. I feel like we survived. We went through the Trump years, and it wasn't that big of a deal when you get down to it. People are all upset. They're all mad at him. I know it was all hellfire every day. And look, here we are, and it was fine. And it's going to be the same thing after Biden, and it'll be the same thing after Kardashian. Yeah.
Just because we're alive doesn't mean everything was fine.
Well, I mean, look, you can argue with me whether it was great or not. Some people think it was great. Some people think it was awful. But the point is everybody every day the world was on fire. And it's like, no, it wasn't. And here we are, so.
I was just waiting, to that time where we actually made America great again. Did that happen in the 4 years or did we miss it?
You know what I loved about that? They were criticizing him at one point, Trump, for saying that when he first was running, they're like, he's saying make America great again. America's already great. Why would anybody say this? Again, it was one of those moments where the world was on fire because he said make America great again. Meanwhile, one simple Google and you can see a supercut of every single president who won in the last 25 years all said the same exact fucking phrase. Now, nobody put it on a hat, but Obama, Clinton, Bush, they all said the same. That was not a new saying whatsoever. Everybody always said make America great again.
Yeah, but he'll take credit for it. That and fake news. I invented fake news.
Well, but the point is that everybody was like, oh, he's saying this. How could he say that? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, listen, let's bring in our Donald Trump expert. She knows him better than anybody else. Jay Sabs is here.
Better than everyone.
Yeah.
Of course.
Better than Melania, even, I believe.
Right.
You're here just in time, Jay Sabs, for this Trump Chappelle story. Now.
Oh.
What's the Jack Ryan story with Ben Affleck?
Oh.
Do you know that movie, Jack Ryan?
Yes, the show, right? It's a show.
Well, yeah, it's a show now, but Ben Affleck, how Harrison Ford, the sum of all fears.
Oh, okay.
Sum of all fears. Jack Ryan's a famous character. Now John Krasinski plays him, but Ben Affleck played him. What was the guy I just said who played Han Solo?
Krasinski. Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford played him in a couple of movies. He's this long-standing character. Sum of All Fears is this phenomenal movie where I'm going to spoil it. So if you want to watch it one day, just mute me for 10 seconds.
Okay. I can still hear.
Anyway, I'm not going to reveal too much, but basically what happens is there's this rogue terrorist group, and they set the United States and Russia on a crash course to war.
Ooh.
I'm actually not spoiling anything. We know this in the first 2 seconds of the movie. So Frank, you can come back, Frank. You can come back. I realize it's not even really a spoiler, but the premise of the movie is Russia, U.S., and this rogue terrorist group makes it look like one is doing something to the other so that they would eventually fight each other.
Okay.
I feel like this is exactly what happened with this Chappelle Trump story, because this may have, and I could be wrong, but this may have sent us on the crash course that we've been on for the last 4+ years. Do you remember the story when the Trump administration said that the Obama administration, that people in the Obama administration had left all these nasty notes for them.
Yes. I do actually. I actually do remember that.
You remember that?
Vaguely.
I do.
It was very early on, and it was very early on where the Trump organization got super defensive, and we're like, they're the bad people. They left all these horrible notes, blah, 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 this and that. On Naomi Campbell's podcast today, Chappelle admitted that it was not the Obama's administration that did that they had a party in the last few days of the White House, and some celebrities left the notes.
So it was like a joke. Basically.
So what wound up happening was the Trump administration was like, those people are awful. You should see what they left for us. Then the Obama administration was like, we didn't do anything. They're lying and making it all up. Meanwhile, it was this group of celebrities that Chappelle saw do it that started this whole thing of we can't trust the other side. They're lying.
So
I mean, I could see how you could compare it to like going to war with Russia. I definitely could see that because
no, it's about how I get it.
My point was, it was not either. Both sides were actually telling the truth. They were telling their truth. That it was this,
some weird third party that
started it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think there was, I mean, take that incident out. I think they were gonna, be against each other anyway.
Well, there was going to be friction there for sure, but I'm just saying it was that first instant. Could you imagine being on either side and you go, why are they lying and making this up?
Yeah, exactly. And then now it looks like the Trump people are lying, and it just looks bad. And then it's like Dave Chappelle's actually like, well, actually, there was notes left.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Chappelle said he wouldn't say who it was. Now, when Harry was like, oh, my family's racist, but I'm not going to tell you who, that didn't bother me as much as it did most people. This, I kind of want to know who. I want to know who left these notes.
We should look and see who was at the White House.
He said
a couple of days before. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Frank. He said the party was in the last few days. So we really should go back and check some guest lists. You're right.
I mean, I feel like Chappelle, when this story was coming out, however many years ago, 4 years ago, whatever, Chappelle or someone that knew about this should have come forward and said, no.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. That would have been nice.
That should have happened 4 years ago.
That would have been a
little bit of shame on Chappelle.
You're right.
I love Chappelle. But
me too. But this is heartbreaking a little bit because they should have said something. That's kind of messed up.
Absolutely. Should have owned up to it. I mean, that's, so you don't own up to it. And now one administration is bashing another administration. You're sitting there and you know the truth. Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's not like you're going to go to jail for it. It's a note.
That's pretty funny.
Unless there's something crazy on the note, like,
That's a scumbaggy thing to do, though, no? I mean...
Yeah.
Leaving the notes is fine.
You know what this reminds me of? You know what this reminds me of, right?
What?
You guys know the story of my husband, my boyfriend at the time, writing me a note, my mom finding it, I blaming some kid in my class on it when it's really Gaetano who wrote it. I mean, let me tell you, it was a bad note. It was a very graphic note of a girl like this.
Eating a sub sandwich?
That's a big sandwich.
Eating a footlong, but a different kind of footlong.
Got it.
And when my mother found the note, oh God, I hope she doesn't watch this because this is like a sealed secret from.
Does your mother not even know this? Still doesn't know this?
She still doesn't know this.
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of a joke among us who know that, like, come on, just tell your mom. And it's like, I can't.
Cat's out of the bag now.
My husband will kill me, but I don't know if she'll even watch this one. But even so, when she found the note, I heard her scream from downstairs. And what she said was, and I'm just going to say it, she screamed the lines of the note, which was, my penis in your mouth. And this is exactly like this. This is exactly like this story because I didn't want Gaetano to get in trouble.
Right.
So I blamed some boy. I said, Brian wrote it to me.
Right.
So
And
Brian's now
he got
Brian's now in a
suspended
mental
and
hospital.
kicked out of school, and now he's a janitor somewhere because you
ruined
of
his
me.
life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, leaving the notes is funny. It's a joke, whatever. But as soon as people made it a big public thing, and now administrations are fighting and calling each other out and stuff, that's when you go, no, there was a party. It was us.
Yeah.
You know, that should have been exposed years ago.
So I
If it
guess
was that
since
big of a
he
deal.
told, I guess I have to tell him how to.
Everybody's coming clean today. Everybody's coming clean. Did the kid get in trouble though? Seriously, or no?
Well, he didn't get in trouble, but this is kind of funny. There was a follow-up to this because a couple of months later, I forgot my lunch at home, and my mom brought it to me in high school. And this is where it comes back. This is where karma comes back to me, because I had just finished getting in trouble, passing a note in class. You young kids don't know what that is, and
yeah, when you actually write something,
Jesus,
you
I
write
feel
something juicy on a piece of paper and you hand it to someone.
What's
Well,
paper?
The teacher grabbed it as I was passing it to the girl, and I was like, and she was like, oh, this is nice. And I'm not even kidding you. At that exact moment, I see my mom knocking on the door of the classroom
Oh no.
with
What are the
holding up
odds
the
of that?
bag. And I'm like, and she's like, oh, I remember she goes, your mom's going to have a good day with this one. And I was like, no.
What was on the note?
Oh, it was the girl telling me that she was a lesbian and dating my neighbor, and me being like, oh, cool. How did you know you were a lesbian?
I can't think of a better time to talk about that in the middle of class.
Right. And my mom showing up. So, I mean, there you go. Karma, because I blamed that kid, Brian,
Yep.
for writing me that
Poor
note,
Brian.
which he didn't write. So there you go.
Poor innocent Brian.
Do you feel the need to apologize to Brian or Ryan?
Brian.
Do you feel the need to apologize to Brian?
Not really, because I got in trouble. So sorry.
Are you still friends with Brian?
No, I haven't seen Brian a long time.
All right. Yeah, he's probably
Brian got into drugs after he was kicked out of
prison.
school. Frank, he's no longer with us.
He's
He
in
did-
prison.
Yeah, he didn't make it. Yeah, he's upstate
bastard.
doing a bid.
So what happened
Damn,
with
man.
Coke?
So the second part of the story we were talking
Oh,
about.
there's a second part.
Yeah, we were talking about the ban or the boycott that Trump was calling for.
Oh, this is not Trump Chappelle.
This is the second part to Trump Chappelle because it's the Trump
Oh my
story.
God.
So we talked about the Trump calling for a boycott with Diet Coke and all this and that. This photo was taken, I believe, the day
I love
of
this one.
or the day after Trump called.
Supposed boycott. Yeah.
Yeah, for the boycott of Coke. Remember how I was saying don't listen to any of this garbage because it's all BS. It's to me this is like getting mad at Hulk Hogan for beating up Macho Man. I'm sorry, I got an old wrestling reference here, but it's like
Who?
it's all made up. Like, stop buying into this like it's real. It is not. These are politicians. They stink. Here's Trump with a picture of, is that Stephen Miller, I think? They're like, hey, let's pose
Yeah,
for
I
a
think so.
picture. All fine and good. But when you zoom in on a Trumpy's desk right there, what's hiding conspicuously behind that telephone?
That
Dun,
is a
dun,
Diet
dun.
Coke.
Dun dun dun.
Dude, that's
Jeez.
not even a Coke. Let me tell you what scumbag level this is. If that was a can of Coke, that'd be something. It's those fancy fucking glass bottles of Coca-Cola. I mean,
Wow,
Yep.
that's gangster right there.
that's hardcore gangster. You have to be a special level of douchebag to be like, don't buy those products. Bring me a fancy glass bottle of Coke, please.
I mean,
That's
if we're gonna be shocked and appalled at this, then we haven't been. If you haven't been shocked and appalled yet,
Yeah.
and this puts you over the edge, then you haven't been watching Trump.
Ugh.
It's not even him. Come on. It ain't
What do
even
you mean
him.
It's not him.
This is the reason why I lose a little bit of respect for anybody that has any sort of pride for a politician. I
Yeah.
can't deal with any of it. Like, if you are
That's what I'm saying.
it's April. if you still have a Trump, Pence, or Biden Harris sticker on your car, I can't even look at you. I can't. I have no problem.
Twice.
What?
Honk twice for each candidate.
If you did it around October, November, I can let it slide. I get it.
What if it's on and you can't get it off?
It's burn your fucking car then, okay? And get the insurance money.
I still have a Hoffa sticker on my car.
That's nice. That's class.
But yeah, it's just another bullshit. It's all bullshit. Everybody lies. They're all big sack of liars. Trump is no different.
Yeah.
He's a politician, and everything he says is bullshit. So moving on.
This Stephen Miller is supposed to be like this, advisor, like he's got it all figured out guy, and he was the one who tweeted this picture. He tweeted the picture, and he still has it up to this moment with the Diet Coke.
They probably said, "Oh, just put it behind the phone. Nobody will see it."
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Because at least if it's out on the desk, you could be like, "Oh, we took that picture a couple days ago." Like you're clearly trying to hide it by going, "Oh, let's just put it behind the phone here."
Whoops.
They're barely trying to hide their bullshit.
Yeah,
that's what it is. They know you're gonna eat. People are gonna eat it up no matter what they say. So they're not even trying.
That's
anymore.
true.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna lie right to your face. You're gonna buy it. So I don't even know why we're going to try to hide Coca-Cola. Why would we just move it out of frame? We'll just put it behind this thing where it's partially showing. It's like they're not even trying anymore.
I'll tell you who I'd like to see be president. No BS is Shaquille O'Neal. I think he's another one of these people that we might want to really start talking seriously about it.
He's funny.
He is funny, isn't he? Funny.
I love Shaq.
I don't watch his basketball show on TBS there, but I hear he's really good. I see clips. I know he's good, but I hear he's like phenomenal, like all the time.
I do have to say, I know someone personally who. Okay, so there's an island in the Bahamas that I frequent, very small one.
We're losing a lot of credibility with the Epstein people right now.
Exactly, very, very, very small. And he visited there a couple of years ago.
Shaq?
And yes, Shaq.
He tipped it over?
I mean, almost. People said that he was such a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. And
he wasn't a jerk. And they just said, like, he was very, very humble.
I could see that.
He was hanging out with locals. Like, he was just... Because I know people who live on the island. So.
He hangs out with a cartoon general. What do you want? The guy's going to be nice.
He's got to be.
You got to be nice if that's who your company is.
That's one of the reasons why I think he's one of the smartest people we have. Because I remember seeing him on the General commercials and having a little bit of a lower opinion of him. Because it's kind of like, you could endorse anything you want. Why
he brought that company to the top, baby.
Do you know why he did it?
Why?
Did you hear the backstory on this?
No.
Obviously, they're a cheap insurance company, right? But he's like, I remember when I could only afford the lowest rung of insurance. He's like,
aww.
And I felt like that needed to be elevated. So that's why I chose the General.
That's awesome.
Because
that is really nice.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Shaq, man, he's a stand-up guy.
Amazing. I saw one of those stupid Facebook things with the emotional music. It's 4.5 minutes long. It should be 25 seconds, right, to tell the story with him in it, where there were these kids that some Karen called the cops on because they were playing basketball in the street, right? So black kids playing basketball in the street. They call the cops in the middle of the day, not like 11 o'clock at night, middle of the day. So they call the cops. White cop shows up, right? And, again, the video, like, racially charged, thinks it's going to be this whole big thing. Of course, the cop is a sweetheart, starts playing basketball with the kids. Embarrassingly bad, like horrific basketball play.
Obviously.
So this video goes viral, but the one that I was watching was the follow-up video where they show you that part of the story. And the video of him playing with the kids went so viral that Shaq saw it, contacted him, and was like, I want to come down and meet the kids. He came down, he met the kids. He challenged them all to a free throw contest. He's like, if everybody makes a free throw, I'll give you $100. Gave all the kids, peeled off 100 right there. in the street, and then was talking to the kids and was like, you got to respect your elders. You got to listen to your elders. He's like, you can't be out here making all kinds of crazy noise. He's like, be out here, support each other, learn, play, have fun, but know that when it comes time, whatever, know that other people are around. And he goes, especially your parents. He's like, listen to your parents. I don't want to hear that you guys. He's like, I'm going to come back. I don't want to hear you guys are talking about. I was like falling in love with the guy. I was absolutely falling in love with the guy.
He's a good guy.
That's fantastic.
See, he's a good guy.
I don't want him to become a politician because I want to keep liking him.
First of all, if he became president, he would immediately set the record for biggest dick in the White House.
I was biggest Johnson president. Definitely. I was thinking about that the whole time you started talking about him. I must
You got Andrew Johnson and then Shaq's Johnson.
He would be the bigger Johnson, believe it or not, even though Andrew
definitely would be the bigger Johnson.
Lyndon Johnson, Shaq's Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Long line of Johnsons. He's in the news today because he just went to a jewelry store, right? Rolls into a jewelry store, sees this guy buying an engagement ring for his girlfriend, throws down the credit card. It's on me. Come on. Put it on my
That's
tab.
the kind of stuff. That's good stuff right there.
Are you kidding me? That's the most...
Sharing the wealth.
He's a good guy.
Every guy or girl who goes out and gets that engagement ring sweats that purchase. For most people, that is the biggest purchase of your life at the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge chunk of change.
Yeah. And in rolls, future president Big Johnson, and he just throws the friggin' card down and goes, just put it on my tab, and acted like it was no big deal whatsoever.
He should be on America's flag.
I think we should put him on the 20.
Put him on the 20.
Yeah,
something.
You want to see the video? It ain't great, but here's the video. There he is. There, see?
Whoa,
gets the card out, hands it to the guy. He'll take care of it. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. You can't tell me he doesn't really need that help.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Friggin' Shaq, man.
Friggin' Shaq.
Shaq
Love
attack.
Isn't that a great
Shaq
story?
Attack.
I got to find out where Shaq lives and go shopping around that.
Right, exactly.
See, if Shaq and Tom Hanks made a movie together, I think life would just instantly get that much better.
By the way, when I change my name finally, it's going to be to Shaq Hanks. That's going to be my new
Shaq
thing.
Hanks.
Yeah.
Not Shaq Johnson.
No, I got something to think about after the show. We'll have to see.
Oh boy.
A lot to cover. Mike Pence scores a book deal. Am I the only one obsessed with what these people get after leaving the White House?
It's usually a book deal.
It's like what can they do from now on? Yeah,
they're not going to work in a Burger King.
Right.
What could they do once you leave the White House? I mean,
I always say, what are they doing right now? Like, what are they doing? Like, what's Obama doing? I don't know.
You still get a salary, I think, every year.
You get a pension. Yeah, you get a pension.
You get a pension.
Yeah.
But you could do whatever you want. You take up your own projects, from painting to what's it called? Obama does podcasts and stuff for Netflix. Book deals. You could do anything. The world is your oyster.
Pence gets a 7-figure book deal.
Damn.
That's a lot of figures.
That's a lot.
Yep.
That's a lot of figures.
2 books, though. He's got to write 2 books. That's tough. The first book, you could probably kind of, make your way through. That second book, what else,
You're like, writer's block.
Yeah.
I predict a to be continued at the end of that first book.
By the time I got to the second book, if I was writing one, I'd be like, did you hear this story about Shaq? Let me tell you. One time, he was in a jewelry store.
Your book would basically be episodes of this podcast.
Yeah, basically.
Right, that's it.
Just telling other people's stories. 2 people in the publishing industry tell CNN that Pence's deal is worth 7 figures, somewhere in the range of $3 to $4 million. News comes as the publishing industry grapples with questions of how to handle high-profile would-be authors from the Trump administration. Why are they grappling with this? Everybody would read anything any one of them wrote.
What is it about? What's the book about? Do we know? Is it about his time as vice president?
Yeah, I mean, usually there's one like that, and then there's one like Obama's was like that. I think he wrote one about running for president, and maybe the first year, and then the other one was about like the rest of his presidency.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think that's kind of how they always wind up splitting it up.
All right. Hey, listen. That's what he's got to do. That's fine. Write a book. Who cares?
I don't know why people are struggling though. Like Kellyanne Conway, like you look at all the people that were in and out of that White House, like Mike Pompeo.
That's true.
There's a lot of
Kellyanne Conway has. I mean, her daughter is just. She could write a book just on her daughter.
Her daughter's probably going to write a book.
I was going to say her daughter's going to be like, I need to get the second half of your book. That's going to be our deal.
Yeah, really.
Like you write first part, I write second part.
Just my daughter's TikTok.
I'm sure she's got some stories. The daughter.
Yeah, for sure. And finally, let's talk about Alex Jones.
Oh God.
Get your tinfoil hats on, folks.
Jonesy himself. Podcast, of course, brought to you by our good pals over at Hero Soap Company, proud sponsor of the show. Link in the description below. Grab Hero Soap Company. When you buy a bar, they send a bar to the troops, of course. And when you wash up with it, gives that nice, fresh, clean feeling without any parabens or horrible, harmful stuff for your skin or your body. 20% off when you use the promo code Anthony on a subscription. They'll send however much soap you use every single month right to your house, so you never have to worry about soap again. Yeah. Also, the podcast store, our merch store, is open at shopanthonyonair.com. So grab that. Grab some merch for yourself if you do so choose. That's what she said, which is what she just said. That's what she said. Shirts are in the store. Please don't sue us if you're Steve Carell. Alex,
I don't think he invented that.
He didn't, but he did make it popular. I feel like
definitely.
Who owns that, really, when you think about it? I don't even know.
Now, probably me, but before.
Yeah. I don't know if you could own a phrase. I don't think you could patent a phrase.
I wonder.
Unless it's a slogan. You might be able to do that. Like it's for just do it. I don't think you could use that.
But if somebody tried to coin it or, like again, The Office really kind of put it back on the map, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but
yeah, they did.
It's not like the slogan for the show or like a patented thing.
Well, it might as well be, but I don't know.
Sure.
Huh.
I wonder.
We're gonna sell those.
Yada.
We're gonna sell those shirts until somebody sues us. So please grab them as soon as you possibly can.
While they're there.
While we're here. So oddly, because we all know that Alex Jones has done some really incredibly stupid shit. Most notably, what was the Connecticut school?
Oh, yeah, he said that
town Sandy Hook.
Yeah, Sandy Hook. That they were all actors. Yeah,
incredibly dumb. But he is getting some things right. And today, we moved one step closer to him getting another thing right, which I still don't think he got it right, but it's fun to kind of poke at and take a look at. Newsweek. And what's interesting is he started trending off of this Newsweek cover story.
Oh, God. And
the Newsweek cover story is, can blood from young people slow aging?
Oh.
Silicon Valley has bet billions it will. Biotech startups are trying to hack the process of aging and, in the process, stave off the most devastating disease.
So what did Alex Jones say about this? He brought this up a long time ago.
Well, he's one of the guys that's like, oh, these Hollywood types, they're eating young children.
All right. Well, that is not the same thing as blood will make you
sorta.
Younger.
You can't connect the dots to those two things?
Yeah, I could connect the dots, but there's a giant leap from younger person's blood being maybe transfusion to eating babies. That's a huge leap.
I know, but him rattling off they're developing these ways to get the young people's blood, and then all of a sudden here's the story in Newsweek. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
It's weird. But when you're shouting it at the top of your lungs and you're a nut job, it sounds like you're, making it all up. Number one. And number two, when you're saying people are eating babies, that you lose some credibility.
Yeah. Now, he was wrong about people ordering up kids at a pizza place. That is
Pizzagate.
not
Wait,
correct.
speaking of him, have
Count
you
it.
watched that QAnon documentary
I haven't
on
yet,
HBO?
but people keep
So
telling you started.
we started. Yes, we're
Is
on
it-
episode 3 or 4 right now. It's really good.
There's
Is
more than
it?
one episode.
Very interesting. Yeah, there's like 6 episodes.
Okay.
Is it interesting enough that we have to all watch it and do a dedicated
Yeah, I think
episode
so.
to it? Is it?
Is it like is it made by QAnon or is it about?
No.
Frank, it's
No.
HBO. You think they would give
I
QAnon a
don't know
bunch of
what it
money
is.
and let
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
It's just about a bunch of like cinematographers. It's a documentary about QAnon and like how
Okay.
it started, how many like people are obsessed with it. There's things called QTubers where they talk about it and they have like whole YouTube shows dedicated to it. It's very interesting. It's to me, well, it's a little on the techie side too, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know like how things happen on the internet and like what goes on behind the scenes, and that's to me that's interesting and it's good.
Frank, you're not curious about one of the biggest
Of course I am.
things?
No, I didn't know I didn't know if it was. I didn't know
Yeah.
what it was. I didn't know what it was about. I know it was about QAnon, but I didn't know if it was like, about how they're getting stuff right and this, or if.
Oh
it's
no,
like,
it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't go like fact or whatever. It's
if it's exposing the BS, then yeah, I'm in.
I don't
kind
know.
of crazy.
I don't know if you could do anything else with
Yeah,
QAnon
exactly.
besides expose the people.
So then I'm in.
Right, exactly.
Somebody asked me.
I heard a documentary about QAnon, and I jumped to the conclusion that I'm gonna hate it.
No, it's good.
I did.
You gotta stop doing that. See.
I will stop.
Somebody asked me today about another YouTuber if they were QAnon. I was like, I'm like, I don't know. How would I know? I guess because we do a lot of the same stuff.
All of our everybody on YouTube knows each other. So,
But somebody told me, again, I'll have to go back and find this. Somebody told me that there was like a QAnon site that was sharing our show for a little while. Like they would put
Yeah,
out.
this
right.
show.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty
Why?
cool.
How would we
I
help
think
them?
I think the premise of QAnon, like the following that they have, or he or she, because it's one person behind writing all these things on websites, is crazy.
Yeah,
I want to.
I think it's good. You have to, because I didn't know too
I'd
much
love
about
to
it.
watch it. I'm in.
I didn't know too much about it, and then when you see this documentary, you're like, oh shit, this stuff can
nuts.
happen.
See, and I feel like I've heard so many things, but I still don't have the full, complete story, and that's what
Yeah,
makes me want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This goes into it, and that's why I think you have to watch it. I think that.
Circling back around, that goes to my Alex Jones thing. Like he was incorrect about people ordering kids through this pizza parlor in the basement.
He's mentioned it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said about it. He was mentioned in it. Like I said, I'm only on the 3rd or 4th, so I don't know how much more he's in it, but he's mentioned in it. That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the Pizzagate scandal. Yeah.
Like I would love to know, but so the reason why I bring that up though is because he was wrong about that, and that poor pizza place. Like people go there with guns and trying, like it's awful. I saw something on them where they're like, "Here, look, there's no basement. Like there's nothing. Like please stop coming here and being a psychopath." He was wrong about that, but sure, like we eventually did get to the Epstein Maxwell stuff, and it's like with Prince Andrew and Clinton and God knows what the hell else is going. So it's not like he was completely, he had it wrong, but in the grand scheme of things, government officials and the trafficking of that, he kind of,
You
he's
throw
right.
enough shit at the wall, some of it's gonna stick.
Yeah, I guess so. But again, like, so you go, oh, people in Hollywood are eating babies, and you're like, you're psychotic. Why would they do that? And then here's a legitimate story from Newsweek talking about Silicon Valley investing in, this technology that, can keep people alive.
Difference between eating people and doing research on, blood samples and stuff.
I'm not saying he's getting it all 100% right. I'm just saying, like, it's weird. And like that's why he started trending, because people on Twitter were like, it's kind of bizarre how the world
How this
starts
connected to each other. Yeah. I get it.
the crazy Alex Jones conspiracy theories suddenly are not so crazy.
You're like, maybe that's not so crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
And granted, blew it on the Newtown thing. Awful in Sandy Hook
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's like I think that's one of the worst ones.
Worst.
To me, yeah.
Worst ever.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I remember seeing a documentary on that where this one guy was just like bothering one of the parents, like was harassing one of the parents of one of the kids that died. Like, you're a crisis actor, you're this, you're that. I just remember looking at that guy being like, what is wrong? And by the way, those are the same people that are following QAnon blindly, and they're going to follow whatever the hell the next bizarro weird thing is after that.
I don't understand this obsession with wanting to believe that every single thing is corrupt. Like, I get you're supposed to be, there's a certain amount of skepticism and things. You're not supposed to go into everything blindly. I get that. But with QAnon, it's like nothing is just what it seems. Like, this cup.
You have to watch a documentary.
It's a big conspiracy.
You have to watch
about
the documentary.
I'm dying to see this now.
You have to watch it.
And HBO is really good at documentaries. They do a really good job.
Really good. Yeah, they are.
They know which ones to put on.
What's it called? It's just QAnon, or
forgot the name. I don't know. I was watching it on the
I'm sure I'll find
app.
it.
But do they explain how Trump got tied into all of it? Like,
they do.
Because it was them who like anointed Trump. Like, they were like, he's the savior, right? Don't they like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, they don't really. Honestly, they don't really go so much into it. They talk about how he says certain phrases that you know Q says, or Q has posted on boards, and I don't know. It's just the whole idea to me is just crazy how much of a following this guy or girl has. And
I wonder if it's even a guy or girl, or if it's like a group of people that have just created this thing.
No, they say it's coming from one person.
That's a fact. They know that.
That's
so
amazing.
Far from what which is yep.
Okay.
That's amazing because and it's not like how where.
That's right. That's the whole thing. Like, to me, I'm like, how? And do you know about the group, the Anon? Is that what they're called, with the masks?
Are these the non-QAnon Anons? Is that...
No, it's different. It's different.
No, it's different from QAnon?
It is.
Okay, I don't know.
It's amazing.
They have like those weird masks from that movie. What's his face? I forgot that. That weird.
V for Vendetta.
Yes.
Now you're freaking me out because I just read a comment from somebody on our page like last night that had that. Yeah, no bullshit.
You shut up.
Swear to God. What does that mean?
Oh, I've seen that. I know that. I know who you're talking about. That person's been commenting on our show for a long time.
Oh, I never even seen that yet.
Yeah, so be careful what you say, Janine. I don't want to upset anybody. Well, what do they stand for? I always thought people that had that were kind of like down with the whole like go against the government people, which I have no problem with those people. But does that mean something else?
It's hard to explain. You'll see it because they don't touch on it so much yet. A little bit because, okay, so I thought that whole thing was fake. I swear I saw a movie or show once with those people wearing those masks, and I thought it was it wasn't. It was something else. So I thought that was fake. And then when they were talking about it, I'm like, wait. I said to my husband, "Are they talking? This actually really happened? Like people?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's a group."
Oh, anonymous.
And then they went. Oh, anonymous. Okay. So then they went.
These are the people that exposed like WikiLeaks and all that stuff.
Well, whatever they would, and then
Julian Assange, all that stuff.
Talking about stealing, information, and they went into that a little bit too. But I couldn't believe that this is real. Like, this is real life.
Well, that again, that's the problem. Like, whatever Julian Assange uncovered, the Epstein stuff. Like, there are some of these things that really exist, which is why people want to believe that it's everywhere and even more prevalent.
Yeah,
I know. It's yes, there is corruption out there. Yes, there's secrets, there's things going on, but when you go down the rabbit hole, you'll start to believe anything.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's where it gets dangerous. It gets irresponsible.
You know what's dangerous? That I've been here 37 minutes and you guys have not noticed something about me. But it's okay. I will just sit here and understand that you guys
got-
are
Is it the
guys.
scar on your eyebrow?
You got a haircut.
No,
I always
Have you
guess
always
that.
had that scar over your eyebrow?
I don't have a scar over my eyebrow.
Or like something in your eyebrow there?
No, what I got today. So I'm really gangsta, and I got tattoos on my eyebrows.
Tattooed eyebrows.
Yep,
No,
Wow.
you didn't.
swear to God,
No.
I will send you the video.
Fake
wait a minute.
news.
Do you have any real hair up there, or is it all tattooed?
I got real hair.
So what?
I don't know how much you can see.
So you got real hair, and you got the rest of it filled with permanent tattoo.
Yep.
Wow.
What?
Mhm.
Why?
You never. Okay, because
I knew
okay.
something looked different. You did have a different around your eyes. I knew it, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, because you're too nice of a guy. Why? Well, ask your wives and see what they say.
I'll ask my wife right now.
Okay. First of all, I don't have like good I don't have eyebrows really.
I feel like we've been looking at you for weeks now. Looking right at you. What's the problem? I was saying to Anthony when we were off the air, that Janine, her eyebrows can use some work.
I don't want to say this to you, Janine, but Frank and I have been talking about your eyebrow issue and how it's taken the whole show down for years. For years.
It's going to be the next topic.
Well, here's the thing.
You're making this up. This was an episode of Entourage where Johnny Drama felt like his calves weren't up to par.
No.
And he wanted calf implants.
You guys really never heard of this before?
No.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Sure.
Look at me. What would make you think I'm aware of this sort of a fashion statement?
You can have eyebrows for 5 people, so you have no problem with this.
That's true.
I could have donated.
Full moon tonight.
Yeah, I could have donated eyebrows to you.
I imagine that would be kind of gross and weird, but
That's
also
what she
funny.
said.
That thank you.
You're welcome.
So, when I've seen you guys, I have colored in my eyebrows. I don't have a lot of hair. I don't have a lot of eyebrow hair, and if I do, it's very blonde, so you can't even see it.
So now you shouldn't have said anything because that's all I'm noticing.
Why is that a bad thing, though? I've never.
I'm kidding.
So you've been saying every time we see you for years, you've had colored in eyebrows?
I know that's normal, but women do that.
Yes, it's normal, definitely. But
this would be like holding in farts for an entire relationship. It doesn't make any
Which
sense.
is also something.
Or lying on the show about how your wife doesn't fart. One of the two.
Or holding in front farts.
never hold them in, ladies. Always let them breathe. Always let that go.
So I have been wanting to do this for, I'd say, at least 5 years, and I finally, this is something new for the women. A lot of women know about this, I'm sure. Men don't really, but it's been something I wanted to do. But since I was pregnant for, the last 3 years, whatever, I couldn't. And I tried to grow out my eyebrows, didn't work. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to do this.
Grow out your eyebrows?
Yes.
How did you do that? Like going like this?
Comb them every day. What are you, full of Play-Doh and you just, yeah.
But you know what? I said, I'm going to do this. So I did it today, and it was worse than childbirth, the pain. But,
Really?
Yeah.
You rarely hear that. A pain is worse than childbirth.
Well, you hear it from men a lot, but not women so much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just, you guys don't have tattoos, so you don't know. Okay. It's hard to describe it.
It's like you cutting your eyebrow, right? It's like,
yeah, but you're like going over and slicing it, and it's a tattoo. It's a
nonstop
tattoo on
needles
your
in your face.
Did they have to shave your eyebrows?
No.
Yeah, because there's hair there. I could see that you have. Yeah, if you get close, you can see there's regular hair, and then there's tattooed hair.
Do you need dark? You needed dark eyebrows.
Well,
what's wrong with blonde eyebrows? There's somebody right now watching this show with blonde eyebrows going, fuck, I didn't realize I was such a piece of shit.
No, Janine, you do what you want. Bravo. Way to go.
Well, here's the thing. It's gonna fade, so it's like a process. But
Oh, so it's
I
not
can't
permanent.
get. Yeah, no, it's not. It's gonna fade, and then I'm gonna have to get it like a retouch.
Touch up?
But yeah,
How long does it
but
last?
about 18 months.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to like get more touch-ups. But
This
this
is
is what
some.
women do. This is
Why
This is
is
some racket.
Not permanent if it's a tattoo. Why isn't it?
Because they
permanent
can't
like a
make money
tattoo?
off it if it is permanent. They have you once and then you're done. Now they go, oh, I don't know. We can't figure that out. 18 months. Come back. We'll do it again.
Because you wash your face the most, so that it fades. It fades with the sun too. Just like
Okay.
tattoos, you have to get touched up on. This too,
Yeah, they're always there.
right? This will always be there, but it'll just fade.
Yeah, but a tat takes like 60 years to fade. Not, it's 18 months.
Well, if they're on your face, different story.
How
don't
long
know.
ago did you got them today? But how many hours ago? I mean, I feel like it would be scars, and you'd have to.
I got it done it was from 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock.
It
took 3
hours.
Look at you men. I would love to see the women's comments. Like, oh yeah, this is nothing. And you guys are like 3 hours.
To do 2 lines. I could have done it in half the time. Okay.
Well, it's all about measuring and symmetry and all that.
I didn't even think of that.
That's what
That's
she said.
true. You do want to kind of get that right.
Yeah, imagine if one was like this.
Here's the
I
weird
got my
thing.
eyebrows tattooed.
I'm almost debating whether I should say this or not, but the fact that I've said that, I have to say it now.
Well, here we go. Get ready for an insult, Janine.
I know. Here we go.
If I've known anything about Anthony, an insult is coming.
I don't know if men, men, it doesn't matter. I don't know if men care enough about something like this.
No, I know.
It's not about you. It's about her own, the way she
It's
feels
true.
about herself.
It's true. The men don't care. Actually, last night, Gaetano was like, I can't believe you're going to do this. Like, really? Like, you're not going to look so fake. And then today, when he saw it, he was like, oh, wow, that looks really good.
He had to say that. He had to say that.
Because it's done now.
No, he would tell me. He would tell me.
It's already been
He's
paid
that
for.
blunt. He's like, whatever.
Can I ask you how much a thing like this goes for? Let me just say this. If it's anything over $39.99, I will be so upset.
Per eyebrow.
Goodbye. We have a good show.
Oh
Have a
my
great
God.
night.
Did you have to involve insurance? Does insurance cover something like this?
I don't think insurance.
No, it's
covers this.
cosmetic.
It's cosmetic.
Yeah.
I would say $200.
Oh my God.
More than $200.
I cannot believe your husband let you spend the money. And I know that
from
sounds.
my winnings NAC. Thank you.
This is for what?
All right.
My winnings
so
NAC.
this is found money. Okay.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point. That's not even the point.
It's her money. She could do whatever she wants with it. It's her face. She could do whatever she wants.
I don't care. Like
They look good.
Let me illustrate my point.
Thank you.
If I found $1,000 on the floor, my wife should not let me spend that money how I would actually spend it. And that's the same case of your husband with you in this instance.
No, because women can tell men what to spend it on, but men can't tell women.
There's nothing to do with that. I would waste it on something incredibly stupid. And that, so this like, oh, it's found money or it's my winnings or whatever. Like, absolutely not. Like, your partner should have a say in how you spend the money. And that is, I can't, how much did you spend? I have to know. Was it more or less than what Frank's brother spent on his wife's birthday dinner from a couple of weeks ago?
It was less.
That's a hell of a callback that I hope our hardcore pals enjoyed.
Mm.
It was $500.
You're close.
Was it 4 figures? So it was 3 figures. It was in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Higher or lower?
Higher.
Holy shit.
$600. $300 an eyebrow.
You can't do it by eyebrow. They're a package deal. You can't.
I
just
only
do
want one
not the
done.
other one.
Could you imagine? You would look like Fire Marshal Bill if you only had
Oh
one.
God. You know what's messed up though
Can
too.
you move your eyebrows?
She yes.
Okay.
She does one, and then she does one, and then she does the other one, and it's
you
like
can't do them
I
at the
can't
same
imagine.
time.
I can't imagine how many people after one they're like, I can't do another one. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Is that painful?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This one definitely hurt more.
I would imagine that would be like a face template. You just put it over your face, and you just fill in the eyebrows. Like a plastic template to put over your eye.
There's a I don't know what word
They draw
to
it
use.
in first.
There is a template that everybody uses. So basically, where your eye, the corner of your eye starts.
Right.
The end of your eye, that's where it should end.
Yeah, there's like the bone there.
In the middle of your eye, that's where the arch should be.
They draw it in first, right? And then they draw it on you, and then they go with the needle.
This feels like the Alex Jones things all over again. Like I watched Entourage going, why would he want calf implants? And here it is in reality. I'm watching it.
I can't believe you never heard of this. I've heard of this.
You've heard of this?
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah. People get makeup.
Like I said, this guy.
Not just eyebrows, makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you get freckles? Does she do freckles too if you wanted freckles?
People do freckles, yes.
You can get lipstick tattooed onto your lips.
Yep. And eyeliner.
Yeah. That's got to be painful as hell.
Yeah, my friend got that. She's on
on your eyelids.
That's unnecessary pain.
Yep.
I can almost understand the lipstick thing because that's like a huge pain in the ass.
The eyeliner is. I would definitely get the eyeliner over the lipstick.
I just wouldn't put on eyeliner.
I feel like you change colors of lipstick all the time, like depending on what you're wearing. So
I didn't think of that. You can't change the color. Well, you can. Can you just cover it, or
you can cover it. You can put foundation over it, and then just
Oh, foundation. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, we don't wear anything.
I don't know how gender assignment works in the universe, and
here we go.
But like, I was made to be there was no way I could have.
Oh, there's no doubt with that.
I'm just too lazy.
I don't think your body was meant to be with a woman with all that hair. Absolutely not.
Also, the hair, yeah, that's also part of it.
The maintenance, the keep up, you wouldn't last.
But again, I don't know what determines what, but I feel like whatever it was, they looked at the level of laziness in my genes and were like, no, that's a man right there.
Let's give him 4 pounds of eyebrows and call it a day. And you know what? He's going to be a little bit cold all his life. Give him a sweater too.
Yeah.
So am I now third place in eyebrows on this show? The best eyebrow award goes here.
You have shit. Yeah, the eyebrows of the show are all on the outer parts of the screen right now. You have shit eyebrows.
I feel like I have decent.
I mean, I always thought that the eyebrows are the most important feature on someone's face. I truly think that, and I always thought that.
They express all the emotion, baby.
I don't know how you could drop such a bombshell this late in the show. That's the most ludicrous statement ever.
So I was always self-conscious about my eyebrows. Always.
That's the thing. You get done what you want to improve your own self-confidence.
I'm genuinely mad at your parents for how poorly they raised you. I don't even know. I feel like you're fucking with me, and this is a bit. Like, part of me is excited that you're developing such hosting skills that you could make a bit like this. And the other part of me is if this is for real, this is endlessly frustrating. How could you say in all the thing, cute eyes, cute nose, beautiful lips, dimples, the cheekbones, everything that lays out beauty on a face, and you go the fucking eyebrow? It's not even on anybody's top 10 list.
You're not talking about beauty. You're talking about expression. Like they're the most expressive part of the face.
No, I just think in general.
What did you just say? The most important part of what? I forgot what words you used exactly.
Of your important part of your face.
I blacked out from anger. I can't remember what you said exactly, but I just know it was something like that.
Everything went red, and he just kept talking.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, it's important how? In defining your facial look.
Yes. And I don't know.
I don't even think people notice eyebrow unless you got what I got. No, people don't really.
Telling you.
They don't notice it, but it does have an effect. I think you're right.
I'm going to tell you.
Go ahead.
Yep. if so, your face basically like people. So we don't really like know this, but subconsciously, people judge you on this like the symmetry of your face, and that's very important.
Okay.
And if your eyebrows are not matched up, because not every like my eyebrows are not the same, or they weren't the same. Now they are the same. Before they were not the same at all. One was definitely higher than the other one, and I don't. It's just like subconsciously just think of like people who you think are good looking. Most of the times, their faces are as close to perfect as possible.
I don't know about that. If you look at like the attractive, what people like celebrities, people consider
that's
to be
what
attractive. Their faces are not symmetrical. I've seen where they've done that, where they've taken that person's face and they've drew a line down the middle, and one side is completely different from the other. And these are the attractive celebrities that we're all used to.
But also, we can confuse our minds and think that it's perfectly symmetrical. Look at him in the corner. He is fucking astounded over there.
No, I think he's really mad.
I'm letting you explain this all. I'm taking in what you're saying.
Because here's a classic example. Tom Cruise, generally a good-looking guy. Mm-hmm. He's not. I mean, if you drew a line down his face, he has one tooth, which is dead center of his mouth. Ooh. He's not like he doesn't have two front teeth. He has like one front tooth, and everything's all weird and shifted. But he's considered to be one of the top, attractive male actors.
Yeah.
No,
you're right. He is, but I mean, I don't consider him.
Well, yeah, it's each their own.
But he's one of the top ones.
Right. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he's the most asymmetrical person.
If I could show you, I don't know if she'll send the picture to me, but she mapped out one eyebrow, and measured like the distance between my two eyebrows in the middle of my face and this over here. And there was lines going this way and that way and this way. And then she kind of matched it up on the other side. You got
your $600 worth, I'll tell you.
I was going to say, you're telling me the one responsible for selling a $600 fix your eyebrows operation was able to pinpoint an issue with your eyebrow? Like, that's not surprising. She's trying to sell her shit.
See, he's shitting all over the decision you just made about your face.
It's okay. You know what?
And that's not cool.
If I had his eyebrows, I wouldn't have done it.
I think you would have had eyebrow reduction surgery.
Maybe I'm too far gone and angry about my eyebrow situation, which is why I can't connect to Janine on this. Maybe that's what it is.
No, he's like, you know what, Janine? I don't even know what you're talking. You know what it is? It's like he has huge boobs and I have no boobs, and now I want to get boob surgery, and he's like, I don't even know why you would want that. Or
maybe I went to this person 6 months ago and she ran out of the room crying because she couldn't help. And I'm saying,
for the love of God, no.
You know how weird you would look without eyebrows, Anthony? Me? Yeah. To go back to Janine's point about how eyebrows make the face.
Yeah.
You would look like a mutant without eyebrows.
Can I say that? Wait, let me see something.
You would look so weird.
It's weird. Look, wait, hold on a minute.
The only person that I know or know of that looks good without eyebrows is Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have eyebrows?
Because you're used to her.
Yeah, we're used to
not having any yet. Right.
Yeah, look at any picture of Whoopi Goldberg. She has no eyebrows.
Swear to God, I never noticed. I must be eyebrow blind. I don't really know.
Gotta be. Yeah, look at her. She's no eyebrows on Whoopi.
Huh.
But it works. I can't picture her with eyebrows.
No, listen, I'm happy if you're happy. I mean, if you're 10% happier, that makes me happy. It just seems crazy to me that you would.
People do this.
I'll tell you what's bothering me. Not even that you would do it. What bothers me about stuff like this is that you would let it torture yourself for so long.
Yeah. No, I never liked my eyebrows.
That's what I can't get over. If you want to know where I really have the issue, besides the amount of money that you spent on it, is that you would let it bother you to that extent that you would have to go out and get it fixed.
People.
Yeah, I'm a chick.
That's not just being a chick. I mean, people have problems like that's why people get nose jobs. They just don't like it, and they have.
I would love that next.
Why?
Oh, did we open up Pandora's box here with you? Is this
I
one
know,
of
right?
What's wrong with
7
those?
procedures?
I hate my nose.
What did you hate more, your nose or your eyebrows? I feel like you answered that question.
Oh,
already.
that's a good question.
You got the
Well,
eyebrows
if I had the
first.
money for a nose job.
Oh, your nose is fine. Don't do anything. But if you want to, that's your choice.
Thank you. No, I just, you know what it is? It wasn't like a medical procedure that I had to do. Like I didn't have to be put out for it. And it was just like, to me, I know it's going to make me feel better.
There you go. See? So then it's worth
Yeah.
it. It boosts your
And like I
self-confidence.
said, you don't know how it is because you have amazing eyebrows. So you are
Whoa,
set
he has-
for life.
He has huge eyebrows. He has 2 caterpillars on his face. I don't know if I would categorize him as amazing.
Right. Actually, you know who has good eyebrows out of the group? The guys.
I'm
my
dying to know
brother-in-law.
what you think about this. Yes.
My brother-in-law has amazing eyebrows, and he always did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't
He
picture
has
his.
good symmetry eyebrows. Yes, he does.
If I have a picture of him.
How much time have you spent analyzing the eyebrows of people we know?
I feel. Do you have all our eyebrows in like a picture Rolodex in your mind?
If you put an eyebrow lineup together, I wouldn't be able to tell you who's who.
I could pick you out from a mile away, Anthony.
Really?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You could see those from space.
By the way,
Hey, you know what it is?
I have the Great Wall of China on my face. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, a hairy wall of China.
This entire conversation, all I can feel is this part of my. I feel
Oh,
my
I know.
eyebrows for the first time in my life.
See, I'm the guy. I'm the type. I have to trim them all the time because my
Oh, you
eyebrows.
do? Okay.
I
At
get.
least you do that. Yeah.
I get like 3
Curly
or 4
ones. Yeah.
that are
Really
just way
long.
too long. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have to pluck them or trim them.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too.
Those are pains.
And here's what you want to know why I trim my eyebrows?
Because they itch you.
No, because
You wouldn't be able to see.
at some point in my life, when I was getting a haircut, the barber was like, "You want me to trim your eyebrows too?" And I was like, "Do I need that? Is that a thing?" And they were like, "Yeah." I go, "I guess if you're bringing it up, I need to. So go ahead and do it." And then they did, and that's why I do it now.
That's like the
Yeah.
classic thing with I hear. I don't know if it's cliche, but you hear this a lot when women go to like a salon and they go, "Oh, you want me to do that upper lip too?" You know, they're plucking your eyebrow. You hear it on like TV shows. You know, you want me to get that upper lip as well?
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
That's classy though, because they're offering. Maybe you might be too afraid to ask, and they take that away by going, "Hey, I'm going to do this too."
But what if you had no idea and you're like, oh, you could see?
Yeah, exactly.
It's then now you got to do it because you're going to be thinking about it the whole time.
So do you feel like a huge weight is off your shoulders or top of your
Yeah.
face?
I feel yes.
Did you walk out
Once it flakes off, and then like I could see how it's really gonna look.
Flakes off.
I'm excited about that. The shape. Here's the thing. It's the shape too. That's yeah.
Did
So
you get
it's
to pick
not-
the color?
It's not the color, it's the shape that was more important to you than the color.
Yes. The shape is definitely more important to me. Yes.
Frank had a good question I talked over. I'm sorry. Did you
No.
pick the color?
I did.
How many colors were there?
Yeah.
Like
There was
huge.
2 different colors.
Only 2 different colors?
Yeah, because like once you start to have a whole variety of like, I was like, oh, let me check this one. Just give me 2 different ones and I'm good.
Did they have little eyebrows on sticks that you could hold up to your face?
Oh,
You could
good
see.
question.
You could see which ones are good.
Yeah. Did they give you like a computer generated face? Like this is what you're going to look like? Do you want to do it?
That's a good idea. They photoshopped
No,
the right ones
she
on you.
filled it in. Like you said, Frank, she filled it in. She drew it on to show me what it's going to look like. But she drew it on with a black pencil.
Now, is she a doctor, like a plastic
No.
surgeon?
Is she a
No.
cosmetologist?
I don't know exactly what her title is, but she has like it's a different kind of license.
I was going to say, is there any sort of justification? Is there any paper hanging
it's
on
a
the wall that
tattoo.
says she
I
could do
believe it's
this?
a tattoo license.
So you went to a tattoo parlor and not a beauty salon?
No, she rents a room in the back of a hair salon, which is what a lot of people do.
Okay. That's what Better Call Saul did.
I mean, if Anthony just can't even believe. I want to pick his jaw up from the floor because he just can't even believe this goes on.
You said something
I can't believe you never heard of this.
You said something that bothered me just there, which is that she doesn't have her own place, her own establishment. She rents.
Why would you have? Well, that's not the kind of business that you could have a whole store.
Yeah, you can't really. A lot of people just do.
It's part of the whole package.
Yeah.
It's like you get your hair done, you get this done, you get that done. It's a section of a store.
Yeah.
It's like having a whole store just devoted to shampooing. It's you're not gonna.
Yeah.
You have to do everything.
Like someone who's a waxer. Yeah. They usually rent rooms too. They don't have their own.
Right. Like a barber rents the chair in a place.
Yeah.
Are you on board or what's?
I feel like I need to work on myself a bit here. This is one of those moments where I need to work on me for a bit here because I feel like
you gotta get out more.
He's gonna be like, D, I need a full body shave. Let's go.
No, because here's the other
remove
thing.
All the hair from your body and then tattoo it all back up.
Here's the other thing. That would be hilarious. That woman would be able to retire off of that job alone.
I'm done. Get my wax.
If I was going to do anything to improve any of this, not that it needs it, am I right, ladies?
That's right.
If I was going to do anything to improve this, I would have done it years ago. It's over. Okay. I'm married. She's locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
all downhill from here.
Yeah, improving. Like I get Janine, I want to do it, but if Janine was like, I always want to get my eyebrows done, but whatever, I got married and I got kids, and that I would be able to relate to. Like the fact that she still did it, I can't process that.
I know what you're feeling.
The fact that she tried to better herself disappoints me.
I know what you're feeling because I'm thinking about doing. I've always wanted to do the laser eye surgery, and I'm So that's another thing. That's an improvement on my look, I think, too.
That's really different, though. That's not. You don't want to do it for your look, do you? Or just
no. It's about not wearing glasses and using contacts.
Yeah,
all bullshit. But it's another thing that I've always wanted to do, but never did.
But by the way, Janine, I'm not disappointed in you. I feel like this is on me. Like I can't relate to it. I don't think you're the problem. I think I'm the problem.
But you know what? You're a guy, so it's totally different.
It's definitely totally different. I mean, that's a given. I don't care what we're talking about.
It's totally different. I mean, obviously, guys and girls are different in this matter. Like even plastic surgery stuff too. Like.
Yeah, but Frank's relating to you, and I feel like you're talking a different language.
If you want something done to
more cosmetic, yeah.
That's why all this stuff. What do you think? All these cosmetic surgeries exist: nose jobs, implants, all this stuff. It's so people, when they get to it, they feel better about themselves.
I never got that either. I never got it. I never got it.
Would you wax your back?
No. Why do I give a shit?
Never.
I can't even fucking see it. I could care less. It's of no. I don't even give a shit. I don't care if I don't.
Frank,
care
would you
think about it?
Wax my back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to, but if I had like a sweater on there,
I don't need to. How the fuck do you know? You have no idea what's going on back there.
I know that I don't have a carpet on my back.
I bet you got hair on your back though.
No, I don't think I do. I think I have a little on my chest, but that's it. There's nothing on the back, really.
You got hair on. You have to have some hair, even if you don't have.
Maybe a little, but nothing like.
Yeah, you got hair on your back. Everybody does.
Like you.
If it was out of control, then I'd have to do something about it.
I think that's a lie. I just think you're trying to score points with the Janine crowd right now.
No, I would. I've waxed my eyebrows before.
Oh, see, that's cool.
I've done that.
But constantly?
No, I've maybe done it a handful of times.
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to admit something here. At one time, because I lost a bet, legitimately, twice I lost a bet. Bet the same thing both times. I had to get is pedicure or manicure? What is the nails? Manicure?
Manicure. Hand.
I had to get a manicure. All right. I didn't love the manicure. In fact, I really hated it. But at the end of the thing, they give you like a little hand rub.
That's the only part of it you liked?
To this day, it was The most relaxing moment of my life.
Did it feel like a rub and
sad.
tug?
No, in fact,
It was a hand job, though.
it was the I said this to somebody at some point, and they said to me, "That's because it was one of these people that Mars is in retrograde and these stones have power, like all that stuff, right?" So I don't know how true any of this is. It could be a bold-faced lie, but they said to me, people hold stress in different places, like your neck or your back.
That's me, my neck.
And
my back,
I was waiting for it.
But they told me that I hold my stress in my hands, and I don't know if that's true. I never actually looked at. I probably should have looked it up.
That's not all you're holding.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, you hold your stress in your hands.
But I've gone for massages, like, I don't know, maybe like 6 times in my life. They're fine. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes they're too hard. I'm a little bit of a pansy when it comes to that. I don't like when they dig in, whatever. But every time they go, is there an area that you want us to focus on? And I always say my hands, and they always give me a weird look, and I always feel like they think I'm asking for like a handy.
Well, you can't ask them while your pants are around your ankles. That's
exactly,
the thing.
And you can't say that when you're laying on your back and you have an extreme boner sticking through that sheet.
Yeah,
when it gets awkward.
But so the one time the masseuse is in there, and she, for some reason, like when you go like this, like right in the middle of the palm, like that's, I don't know why, I just find that so relaxing. And she did it for like 2 seconds, and then like the rest of the time, it was on the shoulders and the back, and it was miserable. I hated it. And I was just like,
you know what there should be, and I don't know if it exists, but here's another example of an invention that we've come up with that should be out there. You know how there's all these massage things around your neck and your back and all that, on your neck, your back, etc.
Mm-hmm.
They should have a hand massager. I don't think that I've never seen one, but they should have like a device that clamps onto your hand and massages your hand.
I have one.
Well, that's different.
Bet you do.
But
I went to I did the Hampton Classic Horse Show once. And there was this place, they were selling these like $15,000 chairs, and you lay in the chair, and it's really like a pod, because you sit in the chair and you lay back. I've
seen those actually. And
you put your hands literally go underneath, like in this thing that encapsulates your arms so much. And that was good. It wasn't so great on the hands, but like your forearms right in here, like it got really in there, and that was good.
I once saw in the mall. You ever see this? That? No, I've seen. Those big. It looks like I don't know, like a giant clear coffin, but it's got like water jets in it.
Yes.
And you lay down and like you're covered like by a tarp, but then the water kind of beats the shit out of you.
Right.
I did that once.
Did you?
You did.
Yeah, it was good.
They suckered you in there. They're like,
they pulled me right in.
Got some nice lotion for your hands.
I was like, my back hurts. Throw me in this thing. It's pretty good.
All right.
I enjoyed it.
All right, but Janine, you feel better about yourself. I mean, I'm happy you feel better about yourself, but I feel like you didn't have to do that. It was,
Well, thank you, but
so when someone asks you now if you have tattoos, what is it? Do you consider these among the list of? I have 3 tattoos now. Because I know you have the one on your wrist.
Yep.
Now, is this 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, you know what, Frank? I'm gonna.
Don't forget that one that she has on her asshole too, that she always tells us about.
Whoa, see, I wasn't gonna bring that one up.
Wow.
Nice. That was up to her if she wanted to talk about it.
I mean, it's on websites. You can see it.
That's true.
OnlyFans.
It's on her OnlyFans, Frank. Not that big of a deal.
Hey, you got to pay for that information, though.
Now, can I ask you this question?
Oh, God. I thought we were done. Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to be done 25 minutes ago, but you had to drop this huge thing. This is going to be a 2-hour episode. This is insane.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're taking Friday off. This is enough.
I know.
Can't take
Split
it anymore.
this in half.
Was there a third grade incident where somebody made fun of your eyebrows that started this whole thing?
This was all you.
All me.
You didn't see like some actress when you were like 6 talk about it on the news, and it just planted its little seed in you and it bothered you
And
forever.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Nope, just never. I always admired other people's eyebrows, and I wish my eyebrows.
I swear, people don't. If you never watch, this is this Entourage episode to a fucking T.
I believe I've seen that episode.
I'm telling you, people, when you're obsessed with some part of your face or your appearance, that's all you focus on with other people. Like for a long time, my forehead is huge, and I notice other people's forehead. I notice other people's foreheads. I notice when they're like this big, or when they're like huge, So it stands out.
And I'm sure, for you, fam, it's like when you see big penises, you're like, oh my god, I want that.
Oh my god, I am a big penis.
I guess I just don't fucking look at people. I think that's what it is. I don't really take notice. A little bit. And I also felt like at some point in my life, I just kind of was like, this is it. Like you didn't care.
You didn't care.
This is it. Yeah, they can't change it. This is fucking it. It's it.
Just riding this thing out to the end.
This is what you got. This is the hand you've been dealt, and that's all there is.
Yeah, but you get haircuts.
Yeah, but
it's just an improvement.
Barely. Look at him.
I hair touches my ear. I can't stand it. That's why I get haircuts.
Right. So it's on your mind. You're thinking about it, so you get a cut. Same thing. This is on her mind. She's thinking about it.
Yeah, but that's a comfort thing. It's not an aesthetic thing.
It's also a comfort thing. She's more comfortable this way.
Yeah, but she's comfortable because of the aesthetic.
She's more physically and mentally comfortable because she got it fixed.
You're mentally comfortable. All right.
I am mentally comfortable.
We'll leave it there. But it also does fascinate me that, again, not that I believe in any of it.
I thought we were leaving it there.
But I could see the nose is popular. The lips thing is popular. Don't stop. But can I just say to the ladies, don't do the lips thing. We don't find it attractive that you walk around. You look like your hair.
Yeah,
so
I
never look good.
That.
No, you don't look good.
Yeah, I got giant lips. No.
Yeah. I don't know who said that was a good thing.
If you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing. But if you're doing it to attract men, it's not working. Not what everybody's looking for.
But out of all these things that go on, eyebrows would be the last. That I can't even imagine that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
You'll see.
See, the point was you don't notice it, but she feels more comfortable.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea, though. I'm happy that you're happier. Like, if you're happier, great. Great. It's fascinating to me.
Obviously. I thought we were leaving it there 25 minutes ago.
I'm not going to sleep tonight because of this. All right. I had this revelation about escargot the other day.
Oh my God, he's stuck on.
I've always eaten escargot, but I've gotten to the point in my life now where I'm like, you know what? If you put garlic and butter on anything, it's fucking great. Do we have to fucking keep doing it on snails? It doesn't make any sense. You can put it on bread. It's just good. It's not slimy or gross.
Well, that's like, the 3D printed steak. If it tastes good, who cares if it's not a real steak? I don't know. I'm leaving.
I turned off my light.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching and or listening. AnthonyOnAir.com has all our links.
God bless you.